It will be a big deal. Did I commit a crime?
We're trying to figure that out. Somebody called.
Okay, let's say no, I didn't get out my car. I threw my hands up.
We've had 2 people call.
I don't care who called. Did they report a crime? Did they report a crime committed?
Figure that out.
Okay, so that's the end of the story. I don't have anything else to say.
You need to do. The traffic stop is with him. I'm just a passenger
I need to
in the car.
identify you. So whether or not I have to take you down to the jail to identify you, or you give me your ID, that's your choice.
And that's what you want to do to violate my civil rights. Don't I have the right to remain silent and just sit here? Your deal is with him, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so he's the driver. You pulled over him driving. And just to let you know, this is all being audio and video recorded.
Okay, so you're being audio and video recorded.
I hope so, because yours comes up missing, mine doesn't.
Aren't factually correct. Every
How
time
not?
you just hush.
How not?
Every time you've asked me a question, then you've come apart and you talk about my ego and you talk about threatening me and all that good stuff, which doesn't work with me because I know what you're doing.
And you know what I'm doing? Why you still here?
Because
You can't answer that question.
This is my parking lot.
This is
First
your
of all,
parking
it's
lot.
not incumbent upon
But you had every intention of leaving the parking lot until you saw me. So if you know what I'm doing, why'd you stop? See that? So I'm not talking in circles. You're talking in circles. I'm just repeating what you're telling me. And you're mad because I make you like an idiot out here. You said this is your parking lot. You are mad. I can see it. You're mad. Your ego has allowed you to stand here 11 minutes longer than you wanted to. You had no intentions of coming out that building talking to me. You came out your car, out that building, got in your car, and was leaving. See that? Please leave because he's upset. But do you get my stance on this though?
Both of our time.
No, you're wasting tax dollars. I got time to waste.
Please leave.
You can't tell that man to leave.
He's my supervisor.
He's free. He has every right to be in this public space. Thank you for being out here, brother. I appreciate your professionalism.
You're not a felon, carry
Do you suspect me of being a felon?
I don't know you. So
Okay, if you don't suspect me of being a felon, then I would like my gun back and I would like to proceed on my way.
in order to carry a gun, you're not allowed to be a felon.
Correct, but unless you suspect me of being a felon, there's no reason for you to stop me.
There is a reason to stop you.
Unless you suspect me of a crime, as Terry v. Ohio, Delaware v. Prowse requires you to have a suspicion of crime before you detain an individual. Brown v. Texas does not allow you to stop an individual and demand their ID.
Can I get your first name so I can speak to you on a person-to-person basis here?
No.
You're not going to give me your
No,
name.
I'm not
You're going to
gonna-
be that type of guy when I'm trying to have a conversation.
I'm sorry, sir, but for my own protection, I would rather not give you anything because any name I give you is going to go in the police report about this incident.
There's going to be no police report.
There's a police log generated for every call.
This is called a pedestrian crime.
Yep. And unless you have a reasonable suspicion that I'm committing a crime, you can't detain me. I have to be free to leave. It has to be a consensual encounter, sir.
Here's the deal, sir. You are walking down Congress Street carrying a gun.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that illegal?
It's a cause for concern.
Do you suspect me of committing a crime?
Sir.
Do you suspect me of committing a crime, yes or no?
Sir, I need...
Suspenders. Keep my pants up. Yeah, that's the buckle for the suspenders.
This is common practice, dude. Okay?
Yep. It's illegal, common practice.
It's not illegal. You see a guy walking down the street carrying a gun.
Yep.
Okay.
Is that the only reason why you stopped me?
Yes.
That I'm carrying a gun?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I want you to refer you to DeBerry v. U.S. DeBerry v. U.S. says that a firearm, where legally carried, cannot be the only cause for reasonable suspicion for a stop.
Yep.
Am I free to go?
You are.
Okay. Can I have my gun back?
Sure.
Thank you.
Oh, no, sir, you can go look it up. That's
Trespass does not apply to public property in South Carolina.
Sir, so they can refuse service. So basically,
They can refuse service,
Okay, so
and I'll take it up with their higher
okay,
ups.
so I'm sorry, I'm asking, you want your trespass? They can put your trespass. It also is a business. They can refuse. They can put your trespass.
This is not a business. This is government.
So, sir, is it not a business operation? Do you not transact your money? Is it not considered still business, sir?
They're owned by the federal government. They're not Walmart.
Okay,
so this is not private property.
They still refuse service. They still place people on trespass.
This
sir.
is not private property. I'm going to get out of the sun here. Okay.
No, I need your ID, sir.
Is this a sergeant?
No, this is my captain.
Oh, hey. How you doing, Captain?
Hello.
Nice
Hey.
to see you again.
Nice to see you again. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Shake your hand.
Yeah.
How are you?
Captain, I just want to say that you're one
What
of the
is
best
up?
captains I've ran into.
That's okay. That's okay. Appreciate it.
So
basically, they want more trespassing. He's basically, I told him, basically got called, told him he's 30 people. I'm asking for his identification. I told him he's undertrained. He refused to identify who he is to get his identification, so they need to pay for trespass.
Captain, I'm not breaking any law.
I came in here, I didn't disturb anybody. I came in here and I was recording the greeting cards, and I wasn't even aiming it at the employees or the customers at that time. And the branch manager came out and said, wanted to know who I was. She wouldn't identify herself. She wanted to know who I was with. I said I'm with myself. And she thought that the rules were on her door that said no photography. And I went and I looked and I said, man, there's no rules. There's a poster 7 in here that allows photographs for news purposes in entrances, lobbies, foyers, and corridors, and that's where I've been. I haven't been in any restricted areas. I am completely following the law, and I'm following post office rules and regulations. But as we all know, the post office, they don't know their rules like they should know. So I'm here to kind of educate them that what I'm doing is lawful. I'm not creating any disturbance. Holding a camera does not create a disturbance. I understand you got called here.
So that's not creating disturbance, sir?
He rolled up code 3 because elders. Captain, am I being detained, Captain?
No. I just want to talk.
Elders has got me detained.
You are detained.
I told him he was informing you.
Right now, you and I are talking.
Okay.
Good. All right. So, all right. How much longer do you plan on?
Well, they're closing up at 5 o'clock, you know. And I really expected, I went downtown to the post office, walked all through there, 3 cameras rolling, nobody said a word. I didn't create any disturbance. The postal inspector was there.
Yeah.
He saw what I was.
Did you talk to the postal?
Not that day, but I had previous phone conversations with him, and he kind of told me what's allowed and what they don't like.
Right.
They don't like being filmed over the counter line.
Yeah.
And I tried to tell him that you can't trespass your eyes, what you can see from public faces. But I'm not here to get anybody's information over our lot. I want to know who you are and why you're videotaping this right now.
You probably want to get a supervisor, somebody higher up.
Sure, here's my sergeant. He's coming out right now.
And he'll tell you.
Okay, no problem. Hey, Len. He was flying the drone out in front, videotaping. All I'm doing is asking for a form of identification so we can identify who he is. He's refusing.
Go to your first sergeant. Not a problem. Not a problem.
He can videotape as much as he wants. We don't have to get any form of identification.
He can videotape. Not a problem.
All right.
Okay. So you were wrong?
Huh?
You were wrong?
According to my sergeant, yes, I was.
So you learned something today. That's good.
Okay, don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure Have a good day.
Can I help you?
No, not at all, thanks.
I'm just wondering what you're doing.
I've just explained to one of the civic enforcement officers I'm filming.
What are you filming?
Anything I can see from public.
Right, and is there a reason behind that?
It's for a story.
Right, okay. Can I take your details, please?
What would you like my details for?
Because obviously in the interests of public safety and everything like that, when somebody is out filming and having a look around public buildings,
right,
we have a duty of care,
right,
to check you out.
What, a duty of care to whom?
To the general public.
I'm part of the general public?
Yes.
I don't have to give you my details then?
Right, I can just get other people.
Well, other people, I'm still not obliged to give you my details.
I'm asking because at the moment, I don't know whether you are committing any criminal offences in this area.
I'm certainly not.
This gentleman is out filming and is pointing up, looking at all the cameras, and obviously in light of...
Identify the cameras up there?
In light of...
I'm not filming that. I'm filming up there. I was filming up there when this lady approached.
What's the issue?
There isn't an issue.
I'm just wondering why he's filming public buildings.
Yeah,
I'm perfectly entitled to film anything I can. Hang on, wait a minute. I'm perfectly entitled to film anything I can see from a public place, including council buildings that are owned by the public.
Okay, we have concerns about public safety.
And your concerns are?
We don't know who you are.
That's
and what
not a concern.
Links it is.
It isn't.
In the day and age that we are in.
Are you accusing me of being a terrorist?
I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but
do you have reasonable suspicion to believe that I'm up to anything other than?
I don't know what you're up to.
Go on to Google filming in public. And even legislation.
Tell me what I need to do.
Right. Well, don't tell me that I need to give my details when I know that I don't.
I'd like you to move away from this area, please. Otherwise,
you need a section 60. You need to remove somebody from an area without probable cause. You need a section 60.
Well, I'm concerned for public safety and what you are doing in this area.
Well, I've told you what I'm doing in this area.
Well, you need to move away from here now.
Right, well, I'll move to the other side of the road, if that's all right.
You've obviously got nothing else better to do with your time, have you?
Well, that's not your concern. What I do with my time is nobody's concern but mine.
Fair enough.
Okay? Can I ask you to identify yourself? You haven't got any numbers on your epaulets?
1,000.
1,000. And name?
Sarah Bainbridge.
And yours?
2629. You're also on body cam.
Yeah, that's fine. And you're based here?
Yes.
Yeah, excellent.
Well, I'm based out of Darlington.
Right, okay, excellent. Hello there.
Oh, yeah, you're all
Hello.
right.
This gentleman is filming. He's now refusing to give any details, and
I'm not obliged to.
I can't understand why he's out filming buildings, council buildings, refusing to give any details in light of the incidents that we're having around the area.
And